We hear the great sound of work being done behind us, so we'll have to talk up. If you can't hear, please feel free to move closer. This is a great day for us. We have 18 days before we have possession of this building. So we're extremely excited about the work that's been done and hope that you are as well. We have some exciting news today, and to give you that news, I'm going to turn it over to Ron Metz.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, everyone, for coming. At this time, could I ask some people to step forward up here with me? Thank you. Achievement occurs as a result of purposeful effort. Accomplishment does not occur accidentally. Rather, it is a product of committed effort. And every achievement and accomplishment comes about because of the dedication and determination of champions and heroes who lead the way. 44 months ago, the Kokomo family YMCA decided to begin a campaign to build a new $16 million facility in downtown Kokomo. They engaged the city of Kokomo as their partner in the project and set out to seek hundreds of volunteers and financial supporters from the community that it would take to achieve this dream. At the time, there were doubters and naysayers who said it couldn't be done. And in truth, the naysayers might have been right if we were still the old Kokomo. But things had begun to change in Kokomo following the dark days of 2008 and 2009. A buzz was developing in our community about becoming more proactive in shaping the path down which we would proceed into our future. The idea of making Kokomo a better place to call home, a better quality of place community, a community that people would consider choosing as their home to raise their families, to work, to worship, and to build their lives was spreading and becoming contagious. A general feeling of optimism was growing within the community, and the Y Board believed the time had come for them to proceed with their long-held desire to replace their aging facilities built in 1910 at the corner of Walnut and Union Streets. What they needed in order to succeed was a leadership group who would take up the torch with them and lead the way for a community campaign to raise the enthusiasm as well as the financial support to turn this collective dream into a reality. And today, we gather to express our gratitude to a group of champions who answered that call. A group of community heroes who stepped forward with sacrificial gifts of their time, talent, and treasure to lead our community to becoming the most excellent Kokomo we can be. Several members of the group are here today. A few couldn't make it. From my right, Mr. Rex Gingrich, representing the Gingrich family. Bob Hanks, representing the Hanks family. Del Demery, representing the Demery family. Margie Johnson, representing St. Vincent Kokomo. And immediately to my right, Chuck and Alice Simons. And in the middle, hiding in the back with his overcoat on, Mr. Rick Smith, who is the overseer, supervisor, volunteer of the financial matters of the campaign, and Mr. Tom Sheehan, who was instrumental in overseeing the construction matters. And of course, Don Button, who is here representing the Button family. Glad to have all of you. Those who couldn't make it today, but who are equally worthy of the recognition, Mr. Bill Hanks and Mr. E.P. Severns couldn't join us here today. This core group has led the campaign from its beginning over 3.5 years ago. They were among the very first ones to step forward with substantial commitments of their financial resources, their remarkable talents, and their precious time. They have led the way in this historic community effort. It is frequently difficult to recognize the historic nature of events as they occur, even though looking back on them years and decades later, the historic significance of them seems so self-evident. I have no doubt that time will prove that what this group has done to lead our community through this momentous campaign will be recognized as one of the more substantial efforts in assisting us to transform Kokomo and to becoming the most excellent Kokomo possible on into our future. So here we are again today with the same group of leaders stepping forth late in this campaign to make additional commitments. So on behalf of the Beyond the Bricks campaign, the Kokomo Family YMCA, and the broader Kokomo community, it is with great honor and deep respect that I announce the total cumulative financial contribution made to this campaign by this core group collectively as $5,375,251. How fortunate am I to get to work with people like this? The campaign continues onward and the grand opening is still planned for February 29th. The financial commitment of this core group collectively leads the effort to attaining our $16 million fundraising goal. Their commitment is stunningly generous. However, we still find ourselves a few $1 million short of the finish line. So please allow me to ask once again that every individual, every family, every business, every corporate citizen step forward and follow the sacrificial leadership of this core group in giving to this Beyond the Bricks campaign to help build a better future for Kokomo, for ourselves, and for generations to come. Thank you very much. You guys can go ahead. Oh, you stay here. And it is now my great privilege to introduce a servant leader among leaders. Delmar E. Demery Jr. is the chairman of Syndicate Sales, Inc., Kokomo's largest family-owned local business, which employs 300 people here in Kokomo and is one of the largest distributors in its industry. Del began his career as a young boy working alongside his father, who was a co-founder of Syndicate Sales. Del graduated from Kokomo High School in 1955 and from Indiana University in 1959. In 1967, Del assumed leadership of Syndicate Sales during a tumultuous period in the company's history. Over the ensuing decades, Del guided the company from a small, relatively obscure business in Kokomo to a nationally recognized leader in the manufacturing and distribution of floral hardwoods in the United States. Del also has a long history of community volunteer service to this community, to the state, and to the industry nationally. Del has served on the IUK Board of Advisors, is a member of the Hoosier 100, is a past president of the local Chamber of Commerce, and has served the United Way of Howard County, the Kokomo Wise Men, the Kokomo Symphony, and the Kokomo Howard County Progress Committee in a wide variety of capacities. Among his many awards and honors are three that stand out with distinction. Del was a 1985 recipient of the IUK Chancellor's Award. Del was inducted into the Howard County Hall of Legends, and most recently, Del was inducted into the National Society of American Florists Hall of Fame. Today, we are here to announce another permanent recognition of Del's philanthropy and generosity to his fellow citizens. Del recently made an additional pledge to the Beyond the Bricks campaign that was of such significance that the YMCA Board of Directors deemed that the only appropriate response in which they could express their deep appreciation and gratitude for Del's magnanimous financial leadership was to name the new building the Delmar E. Demery Family YMCA.
I wasn't expecting that long-winded recap, but I thank you for it, Ron. These are the folks in our entire community, the ones that need to be really proud. In 1909, a year before the 1910 original YMCA, 5 businessmen got together and said, you know what this community needs is a YMCA. And we think it's going to cost at least $75,000 to get it done. And they, I'm sure they went through the same gyrations, because $75,000 in 1909 and 1910 was probably as equivalent to the $16 million today. It is exciting and humbling to be a part of an exceptional combination of private enterprise and local public servants willing to provide leadership to make our community a great community in which to work and raise a family. By investing in a new YMCA built to serve the entire community, east to west, young to old, male to female, we can be proud that we're part of an exceptional community. Mayor Goodnight, the county officials, township trustees, along with the leaders, have assumed the role of those folks that those folks did in 1909. We may not have mountains and oceans to attract good young people to our community, but we have exceptional, honest, hardworking, family-oriented folks that believe in American exceptionalism. Why else would companies like Chrysler invest millions of dollars to provide jobs here? This family YMCA symbolizes our community exceptionalism. The Demery family is proud to be a part of it. Thanks for letting us be here in Howard County.
Once again, we want to thank each and every one of you for coming today. We'd be remiss if we didn't thank Mayor Greg Goodnight and the City of Kokomo for its continued support. Thank you for coming today, Mayor. Take a look around you. If you haven't had a chance to look around, take a look and see what we have coming. 18 days from now, we're supposed to be in. Grand opening for the public, February 29th, and we'd like to see all of you there. Once again, thank you for your support and for coming today, and that will conclude our conference today.
Hey, Alan, I want to
Yes.
make it clear that I was not in the 1909 jury.
Really note that.